Are we filming? Yes, we are. So, welcome to another mail time, and this one is actually a purchase from eBay. There's a tale to tell with this because I don't know whether I've damaged it, but I got in. And this was had been pushed through my letterbox, my mailbox, and I accidentally stepped on it partially. So if I have damaged it, well, that's down to me. It's not going to be the seller's fault. There we go. Okay, so after that cough, let's have a look. Okay, so we have. Let me just see what this says. We've got a letter here. Now, I won't show you this because this letter, you can see the shadow there. Of several thousand items I've bought on eBay over the last 20 years, I've never received a letter. So let's see what it says. It says, "Dear Mr. Bristow," that's my surname. "Thank you once again for purchasing the vintage mini note book. Whilst I quite like the unusual shiny chrome metal notebook as an object on its own, I don't really have a good use for it, and so thought it would be much better to offer it to someone else that might appreciate it as well as use it. Regards." And then it's signed. So what a lovely thing to do, to actually enclose a thing. Now, this thing, it's not my cup of tea. It's really, I suspect this is aimed at you ladies out there, but this is what it is. And I'm trying not to, I've got to be careful here because there's a mirror in here, and I don't want to reveal too much of my kitchen here, so I've got to be careful here. So it is, as you can see, it's a very, very small notebook, which were all the rage many, many years ago, sort of going back to Victorian times. But why did I buy this? Apart from the fact it was just I think it was a couple of pounds, so I couldn't resist it. But it is a notebook. But what appealed to me was not the notebook per se, because I'm not going to be using this. It's just something for my collection. But it's the way that the mechanism is secured. So you've got a pen, clearly intended for right-handed users rather than left-hand. But it's something that I can live with. So if you take the pen out. And then it immediately opens on a spring. Can you see that? Almost not perfect. It's not like a communicator on Star Trek Series 1, but there we go. So there is. I've got to be careful here to obscure. I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. Let me just put a piece of card here because I don't want to reveal too much of my kitchen. So there we go. So under here is a full-size mirror, but then you've got this pack of paper held by a clip, and it's a spring-loaded clip. Very, very interesting. I know that this was quite a common thing. I think there was one manufacturer that was quite prolific making these things, but I'll put a note in the description if I can remember. But nevertheless, it's an interesting thing. I've seen these in all sorts of metals, but this is a very sort of, it's almost like has an Art Deco design. Let me just fold that over. And let me just put that down for a sec and have a look at this pen. So the pen isn't a retractable pen, but it is a small ball pen, which probably doesn't work. Let's just try it. No, it's all dried up. But look at that. Isn't that exquisite? I am sure, because there's quite a lot of margin in there. Is it in focus? There we go. It's in focus. That diameter probably would fit a typical insert from, say, a Pilot G2. I'm going to try that at some point, but maybe I won't, because I'm not going to be using this in anger. It's just a thing, really. It's just a thing. But I just like the fact that the mechanism is secured by a pen. Nice. A nice, interesting talking point. But there we go. It's I don't know how old it is. It's probably dates from maybe the between 1940s and 1970s. Who knows? Maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a bit older. I just don't know. But certainly this sort of thing was available in as early as Victorian times. You can just imagine someone, carrying one of these around in their bag, or their handbag, or their purse, or whatever, or maybe even a jacket pocket. Who knows? But I think this is because there's a mirror, a full-size mirror in here. And I think it was aimed at you ladies out there. But anyway, it is what it is. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.